Hello everyone, this is Roxas Green and I'm going to be teaching you how to use items because I'm pretty sure that's what you came here for. Sadly when you go into the training ground, it doesn't show the um, area, but I'm going to be in the landslide area. This is truthfully the best area for me overall to get items. It's not the best drop, but I will show you why particularly this area is the best drop. But we're just going to go over here. So I'm going to be teaching you everything about every item, and to tell you the truth, I'm going to also teach you the advanced way to use it, because you got the beginner's way and then you got the advanced way, and then I'm going to show you the expert way to use it right now. So let's get into that. So first off, you got different type of backpacks. Backpacks are allow you to carry more in your inventory. I just picked up the biggest cap, excuse me, or carrying space, excuse me, that you can get. So you can get up to 15 spots. This is a level 4, and that's pretty much the max. I'm not really for sure what is these second ones, and you cannot drop your backpack, so I can't figure out what's the next spots, but you pretty much want to go for the large. Now, right off the bat, the small drinks actually recovers about 25% of your max guard gauge. So you need 4 of these to get a full heal. Now the reason why you want to have some of these in your inventory is it's actually faster. It's way faster, so much as in, actually I cannot use it. Huh. I think it takes about 2 or 3 seconds. So it's very fast. And then you have the full heal drinks. Now I actually carry these more than anything because of the character that I have. Because some characters you need to hurry up and drink right on the go and continue fighting. With Frappy, I can pull off a full heal if I cloak myself and pretty much hide behind something, so that always works. Or I could just run off, zip all over the place like this.
I'm fast. I'll kick you off.
Pretty much cloak in mid-air and pretty much just hide and drink my potions or GP gauge. Now this is something I did not know, and I actually figured out on my own without actually going to the training ground. And it's these 2 type of drinks. So this actually fully restores the whole team's GP gauge, and this is the corresponding to the same thing, but this restores the HP of your whole entire team, corresponding with the full recovery. It says restores a lot, but I think it actually fully recovers all of your HP. I'm not really for sure. I think some instances it haven't, but I think it is. And then you got the small, but these fully restores this. So I'm going to continue on just a little bit more, then I'm going to get into advanced. So this right here, actually for the longest, I thought it just level up everything in your abilities. No, I was absolutely wrong. It actually levels up all of your quirks and your team's quirks, and this doesn't take that long to drink, so you should instantly get this and use it soon as you get it, or not instantly, as soon as possible. When you get it, immediately use it, and then you got one of the most rarest items in this game. I barely see these. I think the most I got was about 3 of them. And this is one of the most broken items, especially with Frappy. This actually fully restores HP and GP. Now the problem with this is it's the same speed as a large drink or a team drink or team GP or large GP. Now it just completely resets the whole team, especially when you're in the middle of a fight. And then you got level up cards. Now, if you do go into your settings, and I'm going to try to go into them right now, it's actually something that can be somewhat of a hindrance. So if you go to gameplay, and you go all the way down, yes, right here, you got auto level up. Now the problem with that is, at least for me, auto level up allow you to hold L2 and pretty much select what you want. But for instance, it can kind of get in your way, especially with me, because you use L2 to pretty much aim. You can free aim, but it doesn't give you that zoom effect that I like, because it allowed me to see more. So the problem with me is, if I have this up and I try to use Frappy Tongue in midair, I can't grappling hook. I can't shoot or escape. So that can leave me very vulnerable, because she's very good for mixing up characters like this. I could do that and then get over the wall, or just stay on top of the wall and people think I actually fell over there or went somewhere over there in that general area. But it won't allow me to do any attacks, basically, if you're leveled up to the max. And sometimes when you're in a rush, especially when you finish somebody off, you pick up about like a couple of them and you try to hurry up and level up like this,
My tongue can reach.
and you get jammed and you're like, hey, why I can't attack? So that's pretty much that. Now you got the cards. They're not called cards, they're called skills, but sorry, you would hear me refer to them cards as often, even in gameplay. I just call them cards like that because Kingdom Hearts, Chains of Memories, anything that I see that have anything like this, it reminds me of that game, and I always refer to it as cards. So forgive me for that if that offends some people, but that's just how I am. So different cards have different abilities. So the defense give you 20%. I'm not really for sure if that stacks up, but I'm going to be trying to do more of an experiment on stuff like that later on. So keep that in mind. With attack, it gives you 10% more attack power, movement speed. With speed types, this actually restores. I actually does say that. Yeah, it actually restores more HP in a certain area. I actually think it does do more, especially when you pick up the more cards. You can actually get up to level 9 too, and I think that actually restores a lot more.
Looking good.
Yeah, it actually lasts longer too, so that's actually pretty cool. And then you got the reload speed. So a lot of people don't know what this does. This actually I actually need to set that. So I'm gonna just let it recharge. This actually makes it heal even like recharge faster. So it actually recharges a lot faster. So this is good for like any character that can keep shooting or keep attacking with projectiles. You will get an instant like recharge on your skills, and you can keep putting that pressure. So that's just the basic of what those do. I'm gonna actually try to wait till it stop healing because it's making a weird noise that's over my mic. So what you want to do, for instance, I have Midori over there. I want to grab as many of these, especially if they're on your team. You want to kind of pay attention to what your team is capable of holding, or what's their strengths. Excuse me. You should take it, grab those, don't ever skip over them, and give them to your partner. The reason why you want to do that is you will help them level up, and if your team is leveled up at level 9, and all of y'all level 9, y'all become very unstoppable, especially if you can find those cards and give them to your teammates.
With that, I'll pick you off. I'm fast.
So let me head back over here, and let's continue the video. So I'm going to cut right here, and I'm going to set up the next area. So here we go. Advanced tip section. So here we go. So what I would normally do with Frappy, or at least in general with any character, but it's more easy with Frappy because she's my main, and I got more comfortable with her. I would actually grab these two. So if you got any characters like Midoriya, Bakugo, Todoroki, and any heavy hitters that need to do close-up damage and continuously fight, what I would do is, with me, Frappy can be a very aggressive character, but she's more, with me at least, a team-focused type of character. So what I would normally do is probably get a higher ground or a better angle on the opponent, and I would attack from a distance. Or if I feel like they're running away, and for instance, what if Midoriya ran over here, I would cloak, get as close as possible, then cloak again, and pretty much just creep up to Midoriya and like hit him like that. You will see me do that a lot of times, especially in my previous videos, but that's just pretty much what the general idea of what I would do with it. Now, the reason why I was bringing up these, basically, I will do poke damage to my opponent, and then when I see my team is getting low on health, I would do this. The reason why, even if I got full health or what, I know it's a waste, but it allowed my team to stay in a fight. Now, the reason why I would use the GP gauge, a lot of people notice when you hear this noise, that's the perfect opportunity to teammates or your opponent to rush in. And a lot of teammates would try to rush into you to save them. Well, I would let my team know, hey, I'm popping off a GP in the middle of the fight, and if you time this right, your team can instantly get back their GP, and then the opponent be like, huh? A lot of people do that when they know you're low on health, and they know they low on health, but they'll try to risk it and fight. So that's how you can easily win a fight, by just knowing that basic knowledge. And that goes the same thing with the HP and GP. I pretty much really save these, especially towards the end when I need the HP and GP for my whole team. Like, I wait till the whole team is low to use those. And I really hold more fully restore GPs or HPs for the simple reason, when you revive a teammate, they do not start off with any quirks. Their quirk is basically at level 1, and they have no recovery items. And that's why I leave at least a couple of rooms for smalls, because as soon as I revive you, I drop 2 of them down. That's for, you know, one teammate, and then I'll drop 2 more down for the other teammate, so they can instantly heal and get back into the fight. That's why I also try to save these. I don't really try to use these right off the bat, because basically you can run around and find them, but I try to use these again when you go down, and you can have a higher chance of surviving. Now, another advanced tip that the game don't tell you, my favorite area is the landslide area. You can pretty much find any civilian, I believe, in any area, but landslide area is the best place to get recovery items and recovery respawns. So you can also get them over here. That's more easy to access. Now, a lot of people don't know this. You can actually break the building.
Yep.
You probably know that already, but you probably didn't know civilians will actually run from the building. And that could be a easy way to revive them or help them get back on their feet and get those free revives.
Glad I made it in time.
And you can pretty much do that to each building. Now, it's not a guarantee, but you will have a higher chance of not just waiting until they naturally spawn. You can pretty much force them out to go get your revives, especially when you need them for the team. Now, sometimes I would like to go here first, just so I can get about 2 stacks of revives, so I can heal twice for early game, in case something just terribly go wrong. In late game, I pretty much try to go get those first. And then finally, it's actually a rare occasion. I have never seen this personally, but I have seen online. I will probably put the picture up if I can find it. If you find the kid that Midoriya saved, I cannot remember his name. I'm sorry about that. That is the only person I do not remember name in the anime. He will actually give you 3 of these.
Ribbit.
Instead of reviving him, you just get 3 of those. That can change the game completely. That's like 3 level ups for your whole team. So you can get very overpowered very fast. I'm not really for sure on the spawn rate of that. Now, the final thing that I'm going to teach you that's expert play, at least for with me, is I only got a few more things. That's pretty much it. So let me go over there in the area and show you. So this is for all the Frappy mains. I can't really talk about anybody else because I don't play with anybody else, but these are some expert Frappy gameplay moves that you desperately need to know, especially if you want to get as good as me or even better than me. The first thing, her cloak. It is very useful, but a lot of mistakes that I see is people sprint. The reason why you don't want to sprint all the time, or you see me sprint and I jump up often, is you leave a trail behind you. That's a lot of times how I find Frappy. It's just easy, and a lot of people just run straight away. That is the easiest way for you to find her. Now, another thing that a lot of people don't do, and I don't see, and I wish people would do, because Frappy can be very good to get away from opponents.
I'll scatter.
A lot of people just cloak and run forward. No, you want to go in zigzags and kind of throw off your teammate, or your opponent, excuse me. That's why I would
I'll
cloak,
support you.
and I would just climb the wall. And she blends in with the wall. Like, a lot of people do not know that. You can just hide out on the wall and get away from people, and nobody would know that. Their logic would be, most of the time, people can't even chase you down like that. They would climb the wall and jump over and be like, wait a minute. Where did she go? And you're literally just right here.
Ribbit.
Just looking at them. I have done this plenty of times. And it's just real good to do.
I'll pick you off.
Another tip that I want to show you is know your movement. You really need to know your movement. The reason why, she can basically zip all over the place. Especially if you know how to angle it right. You can actually angle it downward to just skip across, and you can actually get up way more.
I'll pick you off.
Like this. You gotta remember her estimation. She kind of get an extra float after she grappling hooks, so you don't have to really aim toward the top. The reason why you want to get down the fact of knowing the estimation of how far to shoot is because if you do it too high, for instance like this,
I'll beat you.
you'll be way too high in the sky, and you will have to use another tongue. What if you don't have another ability to do that? You're pretty much screwed. So the reason why you want to do it close to the edge,
I'm fast.
or time it better than that. Let me do it one more time.
I'll beat you.
You have a less lag of being floaty in the mid-air. I'm not used to doing it so thoroughly. I'm more do it better up under pressure. I don't think that's a bad thing, but to me that's really good. But that's pretty much what you want to do. And then the last thing that I'm going to be teaching you, besides the basic stuff, this is the last expert thing. Your plus ultra. This, you obviously know it pushes back everybody, but you don't want to use it just because you have it. The reason why, you can use your plus ultra. I'm sadly cannot show you right now, but you can use your plus ultra to gain back your GP. This is real good when your opponents think you're about to die or your GP is broken. It's best to use it right then and there.
Plus Ultra.
And it just pretty much pushes everybody off you. Now you have unlimited ability.
Go now.
Not unlimited, but your stuff is just overpowered. Pretty much. But you just want to keep that in mind, that you can use that to fully restore that. I don't see enough people doing that. And now that I'm thinking about it, I do have one more tip for that situation. A lot of stuff used to be in the beta. I don't know if this is ever going to come back, but basically when you used to be down, you can actually use your plus ultra to push everybody off. It's just a temporary push off. I think they took that out. And then one more thing that I noticed that you could not do that used to be expert level, you can pretty much run up a wall, but you just go that fast. Frappy used to actually, like this speed, you should be able to run up the wall. I guess they took that out because that's kind of broken. Like, you really didn't actually need your tongue to actually move through. And then the last final thing with Frappy, I'm sorry that this is not an expert video for everybody else, but I don't see enough people doing this. Oh my god. You can actually revive with triangle, and it actually goes a pretty long distance. It's pretty much good to wait till somebody's about to finish them off while they are vulnerable. And when you use the grapple to grab your teammate back, your opponent will still be stuck in that animation. That can give you a free attack. So just keep that in mind. So I hope you guys like this. I'm sorry for being so tangent and all over the place. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And please share this video so more people can know these expert tips, because I don't see no one talking about them. And I hope you have a blessed and safe day. So I will see y'all guys next time. Bye-bye.